1, 2, Ahnist CD section. Welcome back. We are topically on the Logic Everybody album that recently came out, and a bit of the slight analysis that goes into the skits on the album, and skits in hip hop in general, and music and all. Where thread on Reddit on the our hip hop heads subreddit, someone went and deciphered the exact amount of time that they are just purely skits on Logic's new album, and it clocked into the percentages aiming around more or less a third of the album is just pure sketch and just talking and kind of like give or take preaching from what I've heard on the album, or just kind of giving a story. And it can be, to what I heard so far, off of like the Anxiety track, Everybody, Killing Spree, the few there, and Waiting Room as its own individual track. It obviously is telling his whole grandiose story he started off, and if it wasn't the incredible true story, then since Under Pressure, that I've heard on and off here and there. And I respect the fact that he is going to this depth with it and to conclude it in the next album. And I can definitely also see the side where it's just a lot of pure talk, of pure, almost vivid imagery, but not giving it in a hip hop form. It's more or less like a storytelling rap, but almost just narration, if you will. And so there's a lot of that elements on this tape, where it's like there's like a 7-minute track, 12-minute track, was Aryan, African, just at length. This such a lengthy type of deal. So on that spectrum of just easy listening, it's a lot to take in, even if you're just like on Spotify casually listening to it, like I was earlier today, trying to analyze it. And then so it's heavy on the story. And also, I do say though, as a just kind of like not the biggest Logic fan per se, it does have a nice kind of depth to it, so I can go back and listen to it again, a replay value. Especially with Waiting Room as its own title entity, with Neil deGrasse Tyson and the other character in it, and then there was research or what's the citation that the original story on that was off of a weird story titled The Egg, that kind of details what it is to be human and why we keep coming back and reincarnating this, that, and the third. It's interesting to know that as the side fact, because I did think like it might have been its own, oh, this is creative as hell, but it wasn't per se. Otherwise though, I would not have taken it to heart like I did, because I've maybe read the story offhanded once, and it was just like an internet poem thing, it looked like. But in this format, then it's got that replay value to it. It's like, oh, it kind of like a reminder to how to live your life, how to look at life in one aspect. So, but then to aim it back to skits and hip hop and the long lasting appeal to them and feel, is that it's always been around. As far as you've had The Chronic with Dr. Dre, 2001 even, you've had Eminem with his various just off kilter style, Tyler the Creator on all the golf, Wolf, Goblin, and all whatnot. And it adds a depth to the story, it adds replay value. Recently with Kendrick's Damn, there are skits that take its time with it. So it does have a feel. People might complain at a party that they don't want to hear that part of it. They can just cut it up. That's what a DJ is for. That's what you get a DJ in. So just it has its pros and cons. You can fix it up. All I'm gonna end it off now with is, imagine Wu-Tang's Enter the 36 Chambers without those skits. It would take a bit of the appeal away. There's a thing to it. There's a story essence to it. And imagine what that would have been like on that Chappelle skit. It would, who knows, alternate realities. On a CD section, Logic not Under Pressure, but the Everybody album section.